Hello everyone, it's Sagrannus back once more with World of Warships. This is our second video for new ships this week, and we're going to be diving in with the Minekaze. Well, not diving in hopefully too quickly. I'd prefer to not sink at all. Let's see if I can actually do one of those videos where I survive the whole thing. They're pretty rare, have to say. So, she is fresh in the port. I'm going to paint her, give her some lower detectability. Will I bother with signals? Nah, no, I won't bother with signals today. So, what can be said? Well, I can read you the bump, of course. The Minekaze, a ship that had a remarkable influence on the development of destroyers in the Imperial Japanese Navy. Owing to her powerful turbines, the Minekaze could produce very high speeds that were superior to many of the destroyers built later. As I said last video, she is fast. I mean, look at her maneuverability rating. That's a 97 and a concealment of 95. To contrast that with its predecessor, the Sagrannus, 78. So it's just as hard to see with the 95, but so much more maneuverability. So much better. Admittedly, you know, there was only 3 years between the entrance of the series, and there were a lot more Minekazes built. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I've had some okay battles in it so far, just trying it out, testing the waters, literally, with them, you know, lapping up over the deck, and flames and fire and death everywhere, in my usual style. So, I guess there's nothing more to really say. I suppose I'm running through the guns. The main battery is a 120mm, and they can fire 5 rounds a minute. That is, if you're counting, just under a round every 10 seconds. 180-degree turn time, 30 seconds. It is a bit slow, but you'll be moving quite briskly at the same time, trying to avoid everything. With this ship, despite its decent guns, that's not going to be your primary attack. That is, of course, going to be the Type 92 torpedoes, the same that you can upgrade to with the Minekaze, doing a hell of a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage there. And they're moving at 68 knots, which is very fast. And yeah, the torpedo range is 7 kilometers once again. And that rate of fire isn't too bad, 1.3 rounds a minute. With the Type 5 mod, which I've got, my guns can hit at 7.6 kilometers, so my guns barely outrange my torpedoes. Another incentive, of course, to not get seen and have to get into a firefight, which is my motto, a motto which I regularly break. So let's dive in and see what's what with the Minekaze. Do I love destroyers? Yeah, actually I do. I like my destroyers. I like them a hell of a lot more than I like the battleships. Can't stand battleships, to be honest. The reason I can't stand battleships is I'm crap at them, and I'm not enjoying the Minekaze. The Minekaze at where she is now, with the full upgrades that I've got her with, is a lot better than it was when it started, but very slow rate of fire, and the amount of times I bang on target but the fire spread from those turrets just means that I don't hit what I'm targeting. When I hit with the Minekaze, this is true of course of all battleships, I'm really glad, because it punches through pretty much anything, but I miss a hell of a lot more than I hit. I would like to actually get some US cruisers and just see what the difference is. So as always, AA is off. Solomon Islands. Now this is a hilarious map. It's a destroyer's heaven, to be honest. It's a little bit messy. So as you can see on the map,
engine boost
here,
activated.
Torpedoes. Coming around these corners, you can always guarantee you're going to run into a heap of destroyers. And everyone knows it. I mean, this map hasn't actually been around for that long, but boy do they know it. Right, as promised, I actually said last video, committing myself, or condemning myself perhaps, I would have some PC gaming news. Now this news is valid as of the 21st of the 9th, 2015, due to a few things going on this week. I'm recording basically everything for this week today on the Monday. So what's news? I will admit this has come from GameSpot. Trying to keep myself current and grabbing some headlines from them. Check them out at GameSpot.com, obviously. Well-established group This isn't an endorsement of them, and I'm not being paid to say this. It's just where I got the headlines for today. So, Destiny Taken King tops. Yes, that's right, tops the sales chart in the UK. You want to know how much I care? Not at all. Destiny's never interested me at all. Just not my style of game, and not a company I'm particularly fond of. I enjoyed the early Halos, but that's about it. Okay, next item in the news. There are some rumours, apparently. I haven't heard the rumours myself, I've just been told that there are rumours. There are rumours of rumours that the Bioshock collection may be getting a re-release for PS4 and Xbox One. Which could be good. I haven't got either of those consoles, but I know plenty of people who have and who love the Bioshock series and probably wouldn't say no to some of the early games, you know, coming out. That said, it depends on, you know, whether it's a remastering, an HD pack, or what they're going to do with it. If they gave it a fresh lick of paint and just tweaks a bit of the gameplay, I'm sure that would go down well. Definitely a set of games I do love and recommend highly, the Bioshock games, except for Infinite. I hate it. I don't know whether it was just because I got it on console rather than PC, or there's something else, but I did not enjoy it. Okay, Star Wars Battlefront. EA has come out and said that there will be dedicated service for the multiplayer for that, and that is good news. And a lot of people will be very happy. I will be watching that with interest. I love the early games, and so I will probably check out Star Wars Battlefront at some point, and maybe even shoot something this battle. As you can see, there's quite a tight spread on these torpedoes, which is nothing too bad. And my captain's still retraining, so I don't know if I'm visible. I'm assuming I am. So I'll shoot him and run away.
Torpedoes astern, torpedoes to port.
Okay, and the final bit of news, and I'm going to say this name wrong. I am so sorry. Drew Karpyshyn, who some of you may know, was the writer at BioWare for Mass Effect 1, or one of the writers for Mass Effect 1, 2, and Knights of the Old Republic. 3 absolutely fantastic games. He's apparently back at BioWare, and he's writing for the Old Republic. So that's good news. Certainly. Shoot at him. I want to shoot him. So that's the news as of the 21st of the 9th, 2015, or if you're in America, 9/21/2015. I suppose you say September 21st or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm just going to say the Australian way, the 21st of September 2015. That's my obligation to the news done for today. Obviously, World of Warships is where the news happens on Sagrannus Gaming. I don't know why I don't do it elsewhere, but, you know, I'd love to know what people think of my pseudo-informative content. It's always good to know what people think and see what works and what fails miserably, like me in this game. So, what do I think of the Minekaze? I'll probably be able to better say once I've got the captain back into his skill set, because I've just taken captain from the Minekaze, which means I need to get some more experience to get him up and at them, as it were. So at the moment I don't know when I've been detected. I have to sort of guess by the balls of fire coming my way. I'm not putting that fire out, by the way. But I mean, in many ways it's a lot like the Minekaze, just faster. It's got the same torpedoes, which is a bit of a disappointment. I mean, they're still better than American destroyers, apparently. But from what I've heard, so are American cruisers. Let's boost her up again and show off the speed, which is definitely one of the things I love about this ship. It is really fast. Very maneuverable. But basically, it's like an Minekaze on steroids almost. So there's not much more I can really say about that. Other than, look, I'm doing upwards of 40 knots. Hitting 42 knots there. 42.1. Look at me go. 42.3. screaming along.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Ooh. Someone's shooting at
Torpedoes,
us.
direct front.
Stop it. I don't like it.
Torpedoes.
I'm glad I'm not that destroyer. That'd suck. Has my opinion on World of Warships changed? No. I still really enjoy it. I know that sometimes battles take a while. I know it sometimes takes a while for things to happen. But it's one of those games that is really quite rewarding to play, and also there are some of those battles where you just want to tell everyone about it. Unfortunately, given my skills, usually those battles occur at about midnight when I'm not recording, because apparently people need to sleep and don't like listening to me talking, or when they're trying to sleep. Hello, CV. I'll get you if your friend doesn't see me. I'm gonna stop shooting so he can't. Stop torpedoing him! Jesus. Scooting along there at a cracking speed. Love to sink that CV. That'd be lovely for my experience. Love it if he doesn't see me too. I'm gonna get as close as I can before dropping in the on him. Well, you know, if someone else doesn't sink him, in which case I'll just attack the battleship. So, I did 2 demo impressions on the weekend, as you may or may not have seen. They're actually seeming to get some good viewing numbers, which is always encouraging, and I will definitely be continuing those videos for the foreseeable future. I think that demos are really important in the industry. Stop dropping torpedoes, you little tits. Oh, he's still alive. Still kicking.
Below the waterline.
Wasn't enjoyable. I better stop floating, I think.
Problem solved, sir.
Get those torps in the water. For those who'll be so happy, we're going to hang around and watch my ship drift apart as we do that. I appear to have messed up a little bit. So, as I was saying, demo impressions are definitely going to continue. Please actually let me know if you see a demo that I haven't looked at that you'd like me to look at, because I am really quite happy to look at suggestions, whether you've played it or not. But as I say in the videos, demos are really important, but it's not just about putting out a demo, it's putting out a good demo. It's not just about how good your game is, it's how good the demo presents that game. We looked at 2 games on the weekend, both of which had the potential to be really good demos, both of which weren't, actually. We have some. I'm just going to have this rank, and then we'll finish up. So the first of them, the Universum, I thought was going to be really good, even if it was just showing off terramorphing, because I did acknowledge it was a pre-alpha video. Demo. A pre-alpha demo that actually turned out to be a pre-alpha video that let me control the camera at one point. That sucks, because that doesn't show me what the game actually is. It just shows me what you think the game. You lets me tell me what you think the game is going to be, which is not enough. The CV is dead. And then, of course, there was Nightside, which I think is from a very small studio indeed, which had a lot of content. But unfortunately, it fell down because the game itself isn't anything extraordinary. Alright, and I actually will leave you on one last little bit of news. Something that I am looking forward to, among the myriad things I'm looking forward to at the end of this year, because there are quite a few good games coming. And that is StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Legacy of the Void, apparently. Legacy of Sneaking Away and Not Being Seen. No, Legacy of the Void. I'm really looking forward to playing that and getting my hands on that. I won't be streaming it because you'll all laugh at me. I play it for the story. Alright, I managed to talk our way to the end of the battle. We won. Alright, everyone. I've been Sagrannus, sinking as usual. I will probably do another video for the Minekaze to hopefully do it some justice. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.